to the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome to the program, everybody. It's a Monday. Wow, what a weekend. Yes, what a weekend we had. How y'all doing? They are. My ears here are sounding funny today. How are you? Hopefully you're all doing all right. Welcome to the program for this Monday, January 26th, Snowmageddon follow-up weekend. Good to have you with us today. Let's see who's checking in out there. If anybody's joining us here in the party today. Looks like Glenn checking in on the old YouTube channel. Thank you for being with us. Heather, how are you? Yes, it is cold and going to get colder, they say. How about that? How about that stuff? Joshua Baker in the house. Got a chance to see him sing over the weekend. Great time. Got it in before Snowmageddon hit. We did. A little early bird special there at Mr. Burroughs. Zach, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. What's Steve got to say here? Wow. It's been 4 nights in a row at the Bell and the Bear, he said. All right. Yeah, I screwed up yesterday. I didn't even post who'd you see over the weekend because there were so many shows canceled. I just forgot about it. But there you go. Thank you, Steve. If you saw somebody play over the weekend that you really loved, drop it in the comments. Drop it like it's hot. Gina and Johnny, you got to see all kinds of stuff, didn't you? Yeah, Michelle Robinson Band with Megan Miller. Yes, Velvet Sheen. What a great lineup the Bell had this weekend. That was good. It was. Let's see what else. Who else is out there today? Hi, Clark. How are you? Good to have you with us. Thanks for dropping in. Josh saying hi to Clark. Clark saying hi to Josh. The band is here. We're getting the band back together. Hi, Dave. It was great to meet you Thursday, finally in person at the Jam. It was. And, yeah, we hope you stay warm, too. What's up to my Aunt Elaine, who's got significantly less snowfall than we have up here in the Springboro area, but they had some ice down their way, so that's always a bad thing. I'd rather have the snow than the ice any day of the week. Any day, even though 11 inches to 14 inches of snow in our area was pretty tough to deal with. It was. My snowblower ran like a champ. Thank goodness. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for being with us today. Let me say hi to some people here before we get started. What's up? Yes, post-Snowmageddon, John Norcus. How are you? Thank you for being with us. Valerie, thank you. She only made it out to Crown Watts at MVP, but it was epic. And I tried to get somebody on today to talk about that show, but couldn't get anybody to bite. And you'd think there's a lot of people off work today, but who knows? Who knows? It was nice to meet you, Dave, very much. Ed Sawicki in the house. How are you, buddy? Thanks for letting me steal a few of your pictures at the end of my post today because yours are so much better than mine. Thank you for that. What else we got going here? Zach got to see Reese Murray at Lucky Star, finding Melissa at Jane's on Main, and Audio Graffiti at Trillions. Wow, you were busy hitting it up. You were. Dave's in Columbus. Thank you, Dave. Sean Cooper, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Benny Hill show here in just a minute. We are. For real. Sean Poole, thank you for being with us, buddy. Yes, Edward only saw the Thursday and Friday shows at the Bell and the Bear. Yeah. Chris Barr, he's in the house. Half-Life at Trios and Eyes Up here at Saturday before the snow hit. There you go. Lots of folks. Well, Mark Bransford, where were you today, buddy? You should have answered my call. I need somebody to talk about that show. I did, for real. But you know how it goes. Apparently, the Crown Watts Rush show was epic. That's all I can say. That's all I heard is it was epic. Hi, Erica. What's for dinner? Hopefully you're staying warm. I'm having leftovers from all the stuff I made over the weekend. Yes, shovel snow and Netflix for Glenn. There you go. Hope you didn't shovel too hard, buddy. That's bad on the heart. It is. And surprised Dewey didn't respond for it. I know. I'm surprised that I didn't get a bite on that. I really am. Kind of saddened by that, to be honest. I wanted to hear about it. Heavy ice in Richmond. Yeah, I know where my parents are. They got some serious ice down there in Richmond, Kentucky. Hi, Ryan Schwab. Hopefully it didn't put a damper on Schwab Fest over the weekend. Mark Schinkel, thank you. John Esper, man, got a lot of you checking in. Thanks so much, guys, for being with us today and being on the program. I got to get started, though, or I'll sit here and just chat with you all back and forth all day long. Glenn got to see AM Gold at the Redmore. I like the Redmore. That's a cool little venue. It really is. Kimberly, how are you? Good to see you. Again, guys, if you saw somebody out there, salmon patties, you weren't feeling the leftovers. Well, there you go, Erica. Erica is such a wonderful cook. I just need to hang out at her house all the time. I do. All right, we'll get started for Monday, January 26, 2026. We're almost out of January, people. Just think spring is right around the corner. Could it not be? Let's hope so. It's going to be a while before this snow leaves us up here, though. The temperatures for the week are going to be in the zeros and below. So definitely going to be interesting. Hi, Tim Butterfield. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Yes, Saturday got canceled. Friday was fine. There you go. Well, I'm sorry about that, Ryan, but in Mother Nature, you can't deal with it. Yeah. You were at NAMM, weren't you, Harlan? Are you still there? I would love to be at NAMM right now and get out of this weather. I would have, yes. And wow. Sean says your song, She's Talking With Her Eyes, hit number 8 in top 100 independent country music charts. Well, congratulations, Sean. There you go. Cashbox Magazine. Good stuff. Mark Bransford says special night for sure. The boys killed it doing 2 Rush albums. Butterfield lit it up in a room like only he can. Yes, he does a great job, and I'm sure the sound, Mr. Bransford, was spot on, as always, with you. And capacity crowd there on a Friday night. Yeah, I think everybody was getting it in, too, before the Saturday. But, they were going to pack that house anyway. That's a one-of-a-kind thing. It really is. And Crown Watch, such a pro group. Erica talking about Gina and Johnny with Brandy Evans on Wednesday, Velvet Sheen Friday at the Bell, Michelle Robinson Saturday. Well, that is your home. The Bell and the Bear is. It is. Corona says, good topic for Tuesday show. Shabars bands canceled during a snowstorm. Send that to me, will you? So I don't forget it. Send it down in a message so I've got it because I'll forget it by the end of the show. But yes, that's another good one. We've got a lot of them. We do. Hi, Bill. Thank you. So, guys, I will tell you, thanks for all the support. A couple thousand views on Thursday's show, the Who's Playing Out show, and then a bunch of you posted on the Who's Not Playing Out post we did over the weekend. So thank you for sharing your canceled gigs with everyone, so nobody made the trip for nothing. And, yeah, lots of good things happening, including our socials, guys. And thanks for supporting us on all the socials, especially here on Facebook. The Book of Face, the Tube of You, the tweeters, the X people, and Instagram. We appreciate you supporting us on all those platforms and following our pages there. Thank you for that. Our weekly programming includes Hot Topic Tuesday. Tomorrow, Karis will be back with me. Tomorrow live at 5. Wednesday with the band this week, Uncle Rico will be joining me, and we're doing a big Uncle Rico watch party at the Bell and the Bear on Friday night. So once you've been cooped up all week, get out Friday night. Come on down. We'll have the big table there. We're going to have a good time at the Bell and the Bear and see some folks from Dayton that are coming down that you may not have seen before. Uncle Rico, great band. You'll enjoy them very much. And we'll be in the house for that on Friday night at the Bell, kicking that off at 8:30-ish for real. So join me for that one if you can. And if you have haul around town apparel, wear it because we want to get a photo. Got to update our photos for sure. I want to talk about Wednesday this past week. I went to a wonderful place called Milano's. Milano's in Miami Township, which is near Miamisburg, if you're not familiar with this area up here. Milano's has live music every Wednesday, and they do it in the patio in the summer and then move it into the tap room in the winter months. And I got to see Benny Hill. I don't get to see this guy enough. I would listen to Benny Hill play 7 days a week. He is an amazing solo artist. Benny Hill has the most unique voice I think I've heard in a long time. And when I say unique, don't take that as weird. Somebody said that to me, messaged me today when I posted that. Well, what do you mean by unique? Is that a weird voice, or does he sound like Tiny Tim or whatever? Stop your bullshit, people. Send me a message that says, thanks for promoting people. I like those. Benny Hill, just his own style. He takes a song and makes it his, but he doesn't take it too far from the norm so that, it's not just bizarre. And this guy can sang, man. Sang, S-A-N-G, sang. He really can, and does a remarkable job. Hi, Chris Thompson. Thank you for dropping in. And Corona, thank you for saying you saw Velveteen. Yeah, they play all kinds of stuff. That's cool. Velveteen. And if I had not had a previous engagement on Friday night, I'd have been there as well, Mr. Corona. Yes, Josh, we need to get you some of that all around town apparel for sure. And Tim said Friday was epic of MVP. Mark Bransford did a superb job on sound. He always does. And you do a superb job on the production and lighting. Mr. Butterfield, anything you touch turns to gold as well. You do. Hi, Brad from Abe's Lincoln. Thank you for dropping in. So I'm going to talk about Benny Hill a little more. This guy can capture an audience. The audience in there was feeding out of his hand. They love listening to him. There was a big group from the Barrel in Springboro who came to watch him because they love booking him at their place, and they took a road trip out of their place and came up to see him at Milano's that night. Several other musicians in the house, Stephanie and, of course, Billy from White Knuckle Weekend were there. And Jay Grant from Half-Life and Uncle Rico was in the house with his wife, Dawn. We just had a great time. And Glenn, I don't know if Benny has a web page. Who does web pages, Glenn? Get out of the Amish world, dude. Come on. Nobody likes web pages anymore. I think he might, actually. Benny might. I'm just giving you crap. You know how I do. But, yeah. So he's got social media. Benny does. And I know you don't do Facebook, Glenn, but you can probably find some videos of him on YouTube. And funny name, Benny Hill. If you're old enough to remember, there used to be a comedian from Europe that was from England that was Benny Hill. And a pretty funny guy. But Benny just slayed it at Milano's. Had a great time there. Had wonderful food. I'm going to tell you, too, Kendra behind the bar, she got me onto this beer that night. And I don't drink beer much. I'm a Jameson guy. You know that. But this raspberry wheat beer, it's like drinking Kool-Aid, man. It was good stuff. And really enjoyed it. So, yeah, Benny Hill, check him out. Follow his page on Facebook if you're on there. And check him out and go see him. You will message me after you go see him, and you will say, this guy is the real deal. Just superb entertainer. A variety of music. I wish I had his set list because it's everywhere. I mean, he plays a little of everything from country to rock to, pop music, just all kinds of songs. His wife and kids popped in, and I was talking to his younger daughters. We were talking about them singing with Dad. Of course, the 14-year-old was like, I'm not doing that. But the younger one, she was like, yeah, I'll get up there and sing with him. And really a cool night there. Just a wonderful night at Milano's. Thank you, Coop, if you're out there, for being a great host, and your staff for being wonderful. As always, the food was great. Had myself a little submarine sandwich. What they call a Gym City grinder. It was good. It was. And that raspberry wheat beer just washed her down pretty well at Milano's. Rare night off for me on a Wednesday. So enjoyed that and got out to have a little fun. I'm getting text messages during the show here. Let's see what we're getting, if it's anything good. Maybe it's a hot topic. No, it is not. Okay, there we go. And Sean, thank you, brother. I appreciate you very, very much. So Benny Hill, guys, went my Wednesday night, and there's pictures of Benny Hill on my page. A big guy's got a big following. It's people that come specifically just to see him, and it can't hurt the restaurants and bars when he plays because he draws a great crowd. I know when he plays Heather's in the summer, it's a packed house. She had him on a Thursday one night and had as big a crowd as she has on a Saturday. So really cool stuff there. We see what Mr. Wild Bill Video Dankoff has to say here. He says, saw Gina and Johnny with Brandy Evans Thursday jam at Velvet Sheen, all at the Bell and the Bear. Thank you for that. Sounds like I got a Bell and the Bear crowd on here today. If you're out there, guys, please say hi. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to the show, please drop a little comment in and let us know who you are, where you're from. And I'll move on, though. That was my Wednesday night. Let's go to Thursday. Let's talk Thursday, people. The Jam, the award-winning Jam at the Bell and the Bear. Now, this was a little special night. I got to host that night at the Bell and the Bear Jam because we were talking about a new thing that's going on Thursdays, and that is sponsorships of the Jam session. And Mr. Jeff Meadows, allow me to say, of Meadows Law Group, he was the sponsor. Had a chance to name drop him a few times on stage and do some of that and talk about his practice and all that. Jeff covers a lot of Ohio. And Jeff brought this spread in of great seafood. He had ahi nachos. He had all kinds of stuff he brought in, crab claws. And we had a little feast back there in the back room area, right as you come in the door. And Jeff's just a super nice guy. And one thing really cool that night was that his son, Nate Meadows, who's 16 years old. I announced him as 17. I found out later he's 16. It matters when you're that age. That he got up and played guitar with the house band. He's a member of the Mason School of Rock, and he also goes to Mason High School. And Nate slayed it, man. Nate is a guitar player. This kid has fingers that are like, I don't know, spider fingers or something, man. He's all over that guitar and just plays like a champ. And Ed says Jeff also takes great photos. Does he? I did not see his photos, but good deal. I know Ed took some good photos of Nate on stage. Those were good, Ed. Dirk Turner, how are you? From Crying Out Loud. Thank you for being here today. So let's talk about the Jam. The usual suspects were there, of course. TJ was in the house, and he sang with Nate as he played up there on stage. We had the house band in its entirety that night. Travis Hanna back there. I joked about on stage on the mic about Nate having the best hair in the place. If you see the pictures, you'll know who I'm talking about. He's the young guy with the beautiful long hair. But Travis Hanna got a little offended by that. Sorry, Travis. I know you have great hair too. Just joking, but Travis, I was getting a little crap out of Travis for not saying he had perfect hair too. And wonderful time there with Travis on the drums. Jonathan Grooms, one of my favorite bass players, and Kathy Laverde switching out duties with him on the bass. Not to forget Mr. Mike Roberts, who's part of the house band too, at the list. He's running the list over there and getting people on stage. And that's a big task. That's a heavy task, especially that night. There were a lot of people that wanted to get up and play. So we had Kevin Cooper kind of directing the mayhem, Jim Cuesta on keyboards, doing his thing there. Toy Hobbs on guitar, slaying the guitar as well. And one thing I like about Toy is he's so welcoming to these other people and giving them, letting them use his equipment and letting him be a part of the Jam and making them feel welcome on stage. Toy is just a nice guy and really plays well, sings well. House band did some great songs to kick off the night, for real. And what do we say? Mark says, looks like a great young player. Yeah, I agree, Mark. It's so good to see young people stepping in, and he knows some great songs too. He knows some old school stuff that is really, really good. And this boy can play guitar, man. He's really good. So, thank you to Jeff Meadows and his law firm. I'm trying to remember the slogan now. It's something like, when your mom won't even defend you, we will, or something like that. This is their slogan for their law firm, and it's pretty funny. And they specialize in DUI defense and things like that as well. So Jeff Meadows, thank you for sponsoring the Jam. If you'd like to be a sponsor of one night a month for the Jam, you can slide into the DMs at the Bell and the Bear and let Karis know you're interested, and she'll work a deal out with you. It's kind of cool that people are sponsoring the stage now and helping with offset the costs, because the Jam's an expensive thing to put on. You wouldn't think so, but it is. So, everything's an expensive thing to put on there. For real. Let me see what else we got. Hi, Paula. Thank you. I'm trying to stay warm. I am. There is Stefan. Yes. Says great turnout. Friday was a great turnout for Jeff and Velveteen. Thank you. And Michelle Robinson. And the weather, yeah, that was a dicey night, man. That's one of those, I think Corona, when you mentioned it earlier, you were right, because that's one of those roll the dice. Is it going to show up? Is it not going to show up till after 1 o'clock in the morning? Will people be able to leave my establishment and get home safely? There's a lot of thought that goes into that. And some people really err on the side of safety, and nobody's ever going to fault them for that. Now, when you cancel 4 days in advance for some prediction, that gets me a little jacked up. But, you know what I'm saying. There's times where you feel like you got to cancel, and other times you don't. I'm glad Mr. Burroughs didn't cancel on Saturday, because I had a chance to see a great band there. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute as well. But more on the Jam. Great people. Brian Hubbard up there playing. Bob Weber in the house. Gosh, how many others on the stage that night? Tons of other people. Brandy Evans, Mickey Evans got up there and played. And then the band Fourth Day Echo made their premiere appearance there, and that was really cool. The entire band, kind of the showcase band that sometimes the Bell likes to do on a Thursday night. And that's a big changeover, too, for sound and everybody else when you get a whole new crop of people get up there to play. And it was good. Very, very good. And hi, Stefan. How are you, Steve? Was I there? I think I was. Mark Robinson. Yes, Mark Robinson was there from Sweet Sister Mercy as well. Sang some songs and did a great job. Josh, I wish you would come to the Jam sometime and enjoy yourself there. Let me know when you're going to go. We'll hang out, man. I'd love to be there. Big Jam coming up this week called the folks from Can't Halen are there. So there'll be a jam going on along with a set from Can't Halen doing a tribute to Eddie Van Halen on Thursday night this week. I'll be there for that as well. Love to see you in the house and join us for that party. So I'll be there a bunch this week. Lots and lots and lots and lots. Eric said he loved Velveteen. Yeah, I got to see those guys, man. I hear great things about them. I really do. And Dewey said, I watched the Fourth Day Echo videos thanks to Bill. They sounded great. Yeah, they did. They did a great job. And I think they're going to get booked in there too. So that'll be good for them. Give them a chance to play. So really good night at the Jam. I got to say hats off to the staff at the Bell. They're so great. And they really take care of their customers very, very well. Thank you for the hospitality. Always when I'm in the house as an MC, they're always very cordial and nice and fun to deal with. And Karis and Kevin and the rest of the crew, Erica, Mart, all the people there that are just have become great friends. So thank you guys so much at the Bell and the Bear for another Thursday night Jam session. And that's what we did there. Friday, I was hoping to get, of course, to the Crown Watch show and did not make that one, unfortunately, because of other commitments that ran longer than I thought on a Friday. And I do want to say I attended a visitation / funeral on Friday afternoon, too. And I want to send my regards to my friends, the O'Grady's, on the loss of Tom, my friend Tom O'Grady, his wife Amy's mom. And I attended that in the afternoon as well as some other things in the evening. So didn't make it to the Crown Watch show. I did hear it was fantastic on Friday night. So we had hoped to have somebody on to talk about it, but maybe we'll get somebody on to talk about it at a later date. That'd be nice. And let's, hi, Tamara, Tammy. What do we call you today? Tammy? You all right? Yeah, so Fourth Day Echo, you guys got to check them out too. Follow their page as well. John Michael in that, he was on the show this week about a fundraiser going on. Coming up on Sunday, there's a big fundraiser for the food pantry and all that they're putting on. And there is also a fundraiser going on Sunday that I'll be the MC for at the Hidden Gym for Brian Harris, the drummer who's in Aces High, the Iron Maiden tribute, and all that, who had brain surgery and big expenses there that we're trying to offset some of the costs for. So that'll go on at the Hidden Gym from 1 until 8 p.m. on Sunday with a whole lot of musical acts. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the week goes on as well. So it's going to be a busy week with Can't Halen for me on Thursday. Of course, Uncle Rico watch party on Friday. And then the Sunday deal at the Hidden Gym, the fundraiser for Brian Harris recovery benefit. So that'll all be going on. Thank you, Dixie. You stay warm as well. Dixie Roberts, I was just pumping Mike's tires up a little bit. The guy that runs that list on Thursday nights, that's a chore. It is. It's a tough job. So don't get pissed at Mike. There's a method to the madness there, people. A lot of people are like, well, I came in at 7:30 and I was on the list. And you're going to get put in when they think you'll fit. Because you cannot just change the whole thing up in a second. It's got to flow. And the only way that it keeps people throughout the night is for it to flow. And Mike Roberts does a great job of keeping that happening. So, yes, keep that in mind. All right. So that was my Thursday night. Friday, obviously, night. I did not see live music. Then on Saturday, thank you, Mr. Burroughs Tavern, for staying open and believing in the band that was playing there. After the party, that is ATP, was in the house and was not the biggest crowd ever. You know, the weatherman can really scare people off. And, you know, a lot of places canceling, a lot of shows shut down. And I get that because the bar venue owners know it as well. And they know that if the weather guy has got Kroger's at a fever pitch and no bread or milk left in the entire county, that the odds of people coming out are slim to none. So not only is it a strategic monetary thing, but also a unfortunate thing because the crowd just stays home. And that's kind of what happened on Saturday, where Mr. Burroughs would normally have a full house on a Saturday night for live music. This was by far not a full house, but a good group of people that were there having fun. And it's an interesting thing with the weather and how it works. And I will say Josh and crew absolutely brought it to the stage, whether there was one person there or there was 50 people in the house. They brought it. And ATP, great band. There was a moment throughout the evening that I will say to you that was extremely touching. And if you're still out there, my friend, what a class act that was for you to do. And unfortunately, if you follow Mr. Burroughs Tavern, you know that they lost one of their employees. Reg, as I like to call him, at 38 years old, passed away unexpectedly. Unfortunately, not of anything traumatic. It was something that had to do with him physically and so on. So that's a sad thing, especially to a young guy who just got married and has a young baby. And Mr. Burroughs was pretty raw. The staff, they had just been to the funeral that day on Saturday and then came in and had to work the evening. So again, a lot of emotion there. Josh, and he sang a song, and man, it's called A Symptom of Being Human. You guys may be familiar with that song, but Shine Down. And I want to say that there wasn't a dry eye in the place when it got done. It was very touching, very, very emotional. I looked over and saw Mandy there, and she's the general manager, and a couple of the employees in a big embrace sitting at the bar and watching this song go off. And it was therapeutic for them as well, I think. They got a chance to grieve a little bit more, and Josh was kind enough to do this song perfectly. And now, with that said, on that sad note, let me tell you some of the songs that ATP pulled off that night that were just crazy. I'm going to go through their set lists here for just a minute. I know some of you love the set lists. And Josh, thank you, my friend. That was so touching. And that's what it's about. That's what the music community is about. That's what we all like to see. That somebody takes the time, they change their setup, and they did this song for the staff, basically, at Mr. Burroughs, and sang it for them, and of course for Reg. And that's how that went down. So they kicked off the night with My Own Worst Enemy, Gimme All Your Lovin', Gimme 3 Steps, Good, When I Come Around, Any Way You Want It, Twice as Hard, Ain't Talking About Love, We're an American Band, Highway to Hell, and Flagpole Sitta, Country Girl, A Symptom of a Down, I believe is a Symptom of Being Human. I'm sorry. I'm reading a half set list here to you guys. If you're out there, please comment. Please say hi today. We'd love to hear from you guys, if you will. Hard to Handle by, the Black Crowes in there. Kryptonite, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Inside Out, My Kind of Party, Learn to Fly, Rock and Roll Fantasy, Suspicious Minds, and a little Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight for set number 1. Set number 2, Beer Never Broke My Heart, She's Country, My Sacrifice. Tina Reed Ramsey from O'Connor's Irish Pub is in the house, asking what band. This is After the Party, ATP as they're known. My Sacrifice, Rocky Mountain Way, I think was the one in there. Unskinny Bop, I Want You to Want Me, Home Sweet Home. Oh, You Shook Me All Night Long, Play That Funky Music, Keep Your Hands to Yourself, Hurts So Good, Folsom Prison Blues, Everybody, Sweet Child of Mine, Creep, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Blister in the Sun, and All the Small Things. Along with Don't You Forget About Me, I Love Rock and Roll, Crazy Train, and Nothing But a Good Time. And a whole lot of other songs that they can play and throw in there. So Tina's loving the set. Let Tina book them. Get them up there in the summer or something. After the Party. Absolutely. You'd love them. Really good vocals. Josh is phenomenal. The rest of the band's very vocally deep as well. And just a really good, tight musical act to have in your venue for sure with After the Party. And a bunch of good guys, too. I appreciate them all stopping over. I felt like the little guy with no friends sitting by myself at a table in there. But they all stopped by and said hi, and it was good. You do need them on your stage, Tina. You do, for real. Put them on that stage up there at O'Connor's. For real, for real. So, thanks to Mr. Burroughs, too. Great night in there. Just there's a lot of good people that come in that venue that love music, and everybody commenting on how much they loved After the Party. In fact, there's a group that comes in every day, and it's their social hour every day about 4 o'clock, and they stay till 7 or so. Well, this group decided they ended up staying till, 7 or 8. 8 or 9 when they finally left because they loved the band so much. And the band went early that night. The band went very early. They started at 7 and went till about 10 because of the incoming weather. And it was starting to get a little crappy out about 10, at least there at Mr. Burroughs when I left, getting a little crappy. So good call on that as well by the venue and the band. And Tina, there's a lot you could go to. Give me a shout. We'll meet up somewhere down here and go to some of these places that I can introduce you to everybody. Valerie said long sets. I love 2 long sets in a 3-hour show or a 4-hour show. I love 2 long sets. I think it's the new way of the world, actually, because what happens is that third set becomes kind of lame. And it may be the best music. I mean, it may be a lot of the best music the band plays. A lot of times they'll put that in their later sets. And don't get me started on that one either. But, it's just the 2-set thing seems to really work. 2 long sets really work well because, after COVID, everybody's early birds. There's no more of this 2 a.m. stuff. There's very few bars doing that anymore. And Tammy, it is in Springboro, Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Not a huge place by any way, but they sure have a great music lineup. So there's a lot going on in Springboro musically. There's wonderful bands at Heather's. There's wonderful bands at the Barrel. There's wonderful bands at Mr. Burroughs. Lots of really good stuff going on in Springboro. Within a 3-mile radius, you can hit 3 bands in one night, which is really cool. Tracy says she's seen ATP before. Great tunes type band and great energy. Thank you for that, Tracy. Tracy's a big part of the Hall Pass Rock Band. No relation, but great friends. And thank you for that. Josh, love you, buddy. Thank you for what you did. Wonderful, wonderful gesture that night to throw that song in there and give the staff a little bit more healing. I think that's what that did for them. So thank you very much. That's a tough thing for them. It's been a very difficult week for the staff at Mr. Burroughs. They'd never lost an employee before, especially somebody as young and as vibrant as he was. So that's all I got today, people. That is our show for a Monday weekend update. Again, thank you guys for being here on this post-Snowmageddon, and please stay warm. It's going to be flat out crappy all week weather-wise, I think, from that point. We'll keep you advised as to what's shaking and what's going on. I've had a bunch of messages from my trivia folks about tomorrow night. I do not know yet. I've not heard back from the Moose about that one, if it's going to go or not. It'll depend on what level snow emergency is still happening in the area. And hopefully they'll have a handle on the roads by then, and we'll be able to pull that off for you tomorrow night at the Miamisburg Moose. So I'll be there for trivia. I'll be at the Bell and the Bear Can't Halen Jam on Thursday. And then on Friday, the Uncle Rico watch party at the Bell and the Bear. We have a table. Please, please, please wear your All Around Town attire if you have it. We'd appreciate that very much. And then Sunday, I'll be hosting the Brian Harris benefit at the Hidden Gem from 1 until 8. If you can come by that day and you're in the Centerville area and donate, we'd certainly appreciate it. And there's some great bands playing that day as well, including our friends from Finding Melissa, including Last Call. Of course, Aces High will be in the house with little rumor has it that Doug Drew is sitting in on drums with Aces High. So lots of good bands playing that show as well that day. So thank you, Dewey. Appreciate you for being here. Glenn, thank you so much for being here. Weather don't stop everything. Nope, it doesn't. Doesn't stop this thing. I'm snowed in here. So if you've seen my pictures on my personal page, you know how much snow I got. But I did manage to stay up on it. The old guy got the snow out of the way. He did. Sheldon, thank you so much. Ed Sawicki, you stay warm as well, my friend. And yeah, that's right. Mad Hatter in the house there as well. Thank you, Dewey. I left that out. And how could I leave that out? One of my favorite bands of all time, Mad Hatter. Steve, thank you very much, buddy. That's all we got today. Hope you all stay warm tonight. Join me tomorrow at 5 o'clock live with Karis here for Hot Topic Tuesday. We'll see if we can melt some snow tomorrow, or at least she can throw some F-bombs your way or something. It'll be loads of fun. Thank you so much. And Josh, thank you, buddy. I'll see you soon, I'm sure. Guys, remember, the word is, and especially after this weekend, many people took a hit. So please get out and support live local music this week and the bands and venues that bring it to you. That's the most important thing we can do right here. Thanks for watching. Catch you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Bye-bye. Thank you, Tim Butterfield, Roger Bates. Thank you for being here. Valerie, thank you. Sharing is caring. That's right. Share the shows. Come on, kids. Hit that share button. If I could turn back time, share button. Yes. Don't forget the views and opinions expressed in all our programming are those of the speakers, which happen to be me today, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent. Show.
Survival coming for you. We're speaking with the fans. Sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night,